Now we move our attention back here at home in Africa. The Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta is on his way to The Hague to attend the hearing of his case at the International Criminal Court. Kenyatta handed over power to his deputy, William Ruto, yesterday and will become the very first sitting leader to appear at the Hague-based court, although he said he's going in a personal capacity. Concerning Mr. Kenyatta's case, prosecutors say Kenya's government has not cooperated with the ICC.
There is a body of evidence, some 9 separate witnesses, who would be prepared to come forward and say that they were told by people who approached them to organize violence that the person who was financing or ultimately coordinating that violence was Mr. Kenyatta, and that they would be paid for their work and that they would be protected from the consequences of what they did. It is on the basis of that evidence that the prosecution has made the inquiries which are designed to reveal communications in terms of the telephone evidence we've asked for, and transfers of money or land or other benefits, which we hope will be revealed by the other requests that we have made.
Now, in other news, it's indeed sad and something one would not have anticipated, but 11 members of a Colombian indigenous community have been killed by lightning during a religious ceremony in a remote mountainous area in the north of the country. Leaders from the Wiwa ethnic group were carrying out what was described as a spiritual harmonization ritual when they were struck. Another 15 people were also injured in the process, and survivors were rescued by the army and airlifted to the hospitals in the Caribbean city of Santa Marta. Most of the victims are being treated for 2nd and 3rd degree burns, and the building was burned to the ground. Now to some encouraging news. After days of protests against China vetting candidates for 2017 election, we are more than happy to report that students of Hong Kong have agreed to come to the negotiating table. Representatives of Hong Kong's pro-democracy protesters have agreed to hold formal talks with the government, but no date has been set. But the students made it clear that the talks would be called off if the remaining demonstrators were cleared from the streets by force. They are demanding that the central government in Beijing allows a fully free vote for the territory's leader. Their decision to compromise might have a little something to do with the mass demonstrations, which have split opinion in Hong Kong, with many residents frustrated at the disruption caused by the demonstrations.
No, because I think democracy is a perpetual battle, and yes, I think it is time to get back to the university and study first.
We feel that this week a lot of students go to school again because maybe they can't feel any hope, or they think, oh, I've already given enough. So I want them to know that if we want to succeed, it is not a matter of 2 weeks. We have to insist for a long period of time, so we have to continue and insist.
Yeah, some people are not really concerned about the society, so they will continue the classes.
Now, for those who've been enjoying some time off, it's almost time to return to work after the holidays in celebration of alAdha. Today on the program, we take a look at how worry over the Ebola virus, as well as high costs of food, especially meat, has led to relative struggle in some economies.
Senegal slaughtered sheep on Sunday, October 5, for the feast of alAdha, or Tabaski as it is known across West Africa. The feast commemorates the Prophet Abraham's willingness to sacrifice his son Ismail to God. During the festival, Muslims across the world slaughter animals in commemoration of these acts, and the meat is shared among families, friends and the poor. However, this year, many in Senegal say the mood has been dampened by the rising price of food. Unlike countries such as Guinea and Sierra Leone, where the Ebola virus overshadowed the festivities, and where faithful were advised to avoid huge gatherings in Senegal where the virus has been contained, marketplaces were packed with merchants and customers. But some buyers here complain that the price of sheep has become too high. Analysts blame a late start to the rainy season and low tourist numbers for the slowdown of Senegal's economic growth, which was at 4.5% last month from a projection of 4.9% earlier this year. On the other side of the continent, in Somalia's capital Mogadishu, the mood was more festive. Muslim faithful thronged mosques in the capital where the day's celebration were characterized by early morning prayers. With the relative peace currently being enjoyed after extremist group Al-Shabaab were forced out of most urban settlements, significant celebrations like these can now be held freely in the Horn of Africa.
I'm very glad today to say Happy Eid to all of Muslim countries and the world Muslims. We say it is good day today. It's very big day. We are happy, especially Somali people are very happy today. We are here in Mogadishu, as you see. Here is a very peaceful place. We hope it will be better and better.
Eid al-Adha, known as the Feast of the Sacrifice, is considered one of the two most important occasions in the Islamic calendar and marks the end of Hajj, the annual Islamic pilgrimage to Mecca.
And finally on the World Today, who says hard work and creativity don't pay off. That statement has been proved null and void, especially in the lives of Japanese scientists Isamu Akasaki and Hiroshi Amano and American Shuji Nakamura, who have won the 2014 Nobel Prize for Physics for inventing a new energy-efficient and environment-friendly light source, leading to the creation of modern LED light bulbs.
This year's prize is about light. The Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences has decided to award the 2014 Nobel Prize in Physics to Professor Isamu Akasaki at Mayo University, Nagoya, and Nagoya University, Japan, Professor Hiroshi Amano at Nagoya University, Japan, and Professor Shuji Nakamura at University of California, Santa Barbara, USA, for the invention of efficient blue light emitting diodes, which has enabled bright and energy-saving white light sources.
And it is in the spirit of Nobel that it's to the benefit of mankind, because to have light is important for us, but we have had LED lamps before, but what was needed was to have blue light. One had green and red before, but in order to create white light, which we needed the blue also.
A big congrats to the scientists. That's it on the World Today. Many thanks for watching. I'm Cynthia Are.